Icebox. But that shit don't mean nothing. You gotta feel the pain in order to see that shit. You gotta feel that shit to even believe that shit. That's real. So, listen to this though. They say, what they say? Hey, in order for you to see the light, you gotta see the shine. And you can't look up at the clock when you doing time. And when you in these streets, you gotta use your brain and mind. Just cause you my bitch, that don't make you mine. Silly. All flavors, all different kinds. Been around real niggas, all different kinds. Upstate on racks, doing different times. Different mind state, we got different grinds. I put my heart on this. Yeah, I put my soul on this. Y'all know what y'all tuned in to? Got it out the bowl on this. Had the rock and roll there is. Yeah, if you knew what I knew, you would keep your mouth closed. Street niggas keep their house closed. Stay out all night and we grind the house closed. And don't go into all the household, yeah. In the weight room pressing, sweating off some old weight. What's up, world? What's up, world? Before I go any further, this is the Me Personally podcast. Mind you, don't take none of this shit I say personally. It's just me personally. So, you know, you tuned into your boy Breadbaggg. Don't forget, man, if you fuck with me, and you tuned in to me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that little button right there. You know what that button is. Bing. But you know, like, peace, love, blessings, and more to all the creators out there. I love y'all, man. Like, and good morning. Once again, RP Takeoff, man. You know, very touchy subject, man. Man, damn. A whole nother culture, man. This shit real, y'all. But, you know, like RIP, man. My heart goes out to the Migos, man. I love y'all, man. Genuinely, man. Probably never met y'all. I'm gonna meet y'all. But, you know, man, I fuck with y'all. So, but we ain't gonna, you know, we gonna get into this podcast, man. Just the Me Personally podcast. This your boy, Bread motherfucking Bag with 3G Jones. We here, baby. Today we gonna touch on the subject where like I can actually personally speak on it. You know, like my dog, man. We gonna talk about my dog, man. That shit was Scrappy and his mother. Ooh, I can relate to that. I know y'all probably done seen that. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that, especially if you came from, man. If you came from something and you came from nothing. I mean, I'm sorry, you came from nothing. You turned that nothing into something, man. This session for you. So if you listen to me right now, spark a joint, shit, take a sip. It's gonna get real. But you know, like it's crazy, man. Also, man, before I go any further, to RP Dog, man. Damn. Ah, man, that's another. I got. That's on another subject. You know, but we gonna talk about bro too. But like, I just hope everybody, man, in a good space, man. I hope everybody in a good space, man. And we gotta speak on this now, where it's a form of neglect, where Scrappy, like, and the reason why it's touching because it's like I grew up similar to what he did and what he went through, but mine's is more like in depth because like that shit real, y'all. Like, and I want y'all to know it from a man's aspect and like for the women out there that went through this shit, that shit be real. Like growing up without, like, especially when your parents out there in the streets, like when you really come from the struggle, like, and people don't understand that the struggle is really real. Like we really grew up, like, me and my little brother, we used to play with roaches, like, no bullshit. Like, we really thought, like, that was our lifestyle. Like, that was really, you know what I mean? My mama had, man, there's 5 of us, man. But before she even took us in, you know, we started off in that system. So that's already the first form of neglect. Like, and the reason why I think that subject and that shit really fuck with me a lot because, like, I can agree with that, man. Like, I understand. Like, his mama was a pimp, you know, so like he said, like, you know, like, that man broke down. Man, I felt that to the core, man. Like, you know, like, cause, like, I agree with that personally because, like, my mama gave me up. My mom and my dad gave us up. You know what I mean? Like, if people don't know the terminology, ward of the state, man, that's basically another terminology for basically, like, man, pass this little nigga on. So, like, imagine, like, being a kid and, right, you growing up, right? You know, I know drugs and all that. Like, I ain't sugarcoating shit. You know, that's when crack was bad. Like, so it was like, you know, like, but to give us up, you know what that do to a kid? Like, man, you know what that do to a kid? Like, and it's just for new parents. They got, man, listen, man. don't ever in your life, man, if you can lay in that bed, right, and have sex, and I ain't sitting here dissing the woman, I understand shit happens, I'm not dissing the mama, I promise you I ain't, but this is me personally. If I say something wrong, so motherfucking what? This is my personal opinion. The reason why that subject, I had to speak on it because it's touching, because you're gonna see the little script, the little part, like, you're gonna see it, man, up there in the corner, but like it's touching because like I understand what it feels like. That's a form of neglect. If your mama can't sit there and raise you and love you and be there for you, right, and just give you away, I ain't mad. I don't hold no grudges and no. I mean, my mama, for all y'all, like right now, that's my baby, like, cause I understand life. You gotta go through something though to get somewhere, so I understand this shit. But like being in a system, man, that foster home shit. Like, imagine going from being in a different home every 2 months to the point where it's like, man, these motherfuckers don't love me. You know what love? Man, I remember I wrote a song my very first time in high school, right? It ain't off subject. It's called Fatherless. And I remember I came on, like, I was like, all the money and pain can't take away my pain. My father left me, left a little nigga feeling strange. Was I to blame? Was it something I did? I thought I was doing what I'll do. He said, I thought I was doing what all kids do is be kids. Like, and I remember I wrote that, like, growing up without both parents in the household, like, and this really means something though, like, no matter if they doing what they doing, you gotta really give your kid that attention, that affection that they need, because the world is cruel because the way they getting raised, and you can't let this internet raise these kids. This is just me personally, like, I'm speaking from a personal aspect. This ain't nothing to dig at the mama, this ain't nothing to dig at nobody, like, this is a touching subject because I know what neglect feels like. I promise you I know what neglect feels like. I know what it feels like to wake up in a basement, dark as fuck. Like upstairs you hearing, you know what I mean? Like you really getting treated like you ain't who you is. Like I remember my very first home I was in, like when they put me, I was like probably like 6. And I remember I had this caseworker, I'll never forget, her name was Carla. And she used to want to, I swear she used to want to adopt me, but she ain't had no kids, and that was her job. She was a social worker, you know what I mean? So like, it was crazy, like, I don't know, man, it's touching, but I gotta speak to it because it's my personal experience where I remember I turned around and she said, "This your new family now." And I looked at her like, damn, like, here go another one. Like, it was really like, remember that movie Problem Child? Like, cause it was like, man, I'm about to cause them hell because I was in so much pain because I thought I was hated. Like when you grow up, I grew up in an actual foster home, y'all. Like, it ain't, I'm talking about like, man, I don't know these people from a can of paint. Like, I don't know nothing going on. I don't know shit. I just know, like, damn, okay. So, like, they smiled at me, right? I remember they smiled at me, right? I think this one stuck because, like, what happened, like, I remember they smiled at me. And I'm like, oh, they might be the ones, right? But this one I understood, like a smile ain't really nothing if it ain't no meaning behind it. Like, so they was just smiling, like, but the whole time they was looking at me like I never knew it was a form of slavery. If you really think about it, you getting money from me. You making me cut the, like, I'm doing real house chores in this bitch. Like, that's what made me scared of cat because it is. Like, I remember when Carla left, I thought I was with a good family. Man, I'm talking about, it's like, as soon as that door closed, man, that lady turned straight into, listen, you sleep downstairs, da, 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 da. I'm like, damn, like, this ain't it. Man, used to feed me last, like, and I ain't saying this for people to cry. I'm just saying, like, the reason I piggyback off that because it was a form of neglect, like, and I'll tell you this now because I don't regret. I love my mama, I love my daddy. But I can talk about this shit now because it's me personally where it was, I grew up like that, man. Like, that shit hurted me to the core. Imagine being down in the basement getting fed after everybody eating. You hearing this shit upstairs where you like, damn. And my only thing used to be like, man, I can't wait to get on to my mama, man. I can't wait till my mama. For real, like, man, because, like, throughout my term in the foster home, I probably was at, like, 5 to 6 homes. I ain't, you know, like, I got fucked up and all. I remember they like, that shit cruel, y'all. Like, it ain't no sugarcoat. There's people out there that love kids. I understand that. Like, but the shit that I experienced, I guess because of my skin color or the circumstances that I've been through, like, and I ain't blame. And my whole time growing, even now, I never blamed my mama. I just had questions. You know what I mean? I understand because, like, my mama went to prison. She did 5 years. I went to prison. I did 5. And it was like, damn, man, you gotta break. It's a cycle where I refuse to blame my upbringing for my upcoming. Like, you know what I mean? I went through some shit, okay. Like, but I ain't saying, I'm just breaking this down to y'all because, like, Scrappy was crying. I damn near be wanting to cry. Because, like, I love my mama. Like, even now, like, I remember the first time I talked to her, like, we was walking because she was in a halfway house. And I was like, Mom, why you leave me? That was the first thing I said. Like, I gave her a hug. I was like, Mom, why you leave me? And she was like, baby, I love crack so much, like, I can't, you know what I mean? When she said that, like, I broke down in tears because, like, at the time I was selfish. It was a selfish mentality. Like, damn, you love drugs more than your son? Like, but it really wasn't that, because the power of addiction is a bad motherfucker, and I understand that Scrappy Mama dealt with addiction too, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, I never fought the upbringing. Sometimes I fought the circumstances, like, you know what I mean? Like being loved is something that I cherish now. But, like, that shit touched me because, like, people don't know how I feel, man. Like, I went from home to home to home to home, like, just to find love. Like, and then, like, it translated into women. Like, it was a point in time, like, I was dogging women. Because I ain't know what love is. I thought love was talking shit to a woman. Like, bitch, 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 bitch. And the way that women responded at the time, they responded with, he loved me. And that's a fucked up process to have, y'all. I want y'all to understand it's like a form of neglect. It don't just hurt with men, it hurt with women. Like, you can neglect a woman, right, and leave her out there to dry. When I say that, I mean, like, don't let these streets raise these kids. Don't let these internet raise these kids. Like, I was a victim of that, like, to the point where, like, I used to wake up scared. Then I remember my aunt at the time, her name Vivian Spurlin. This when I got my name changed and all that. My last name was originally Adams. For a lot of people that don't know, my last name was originally Adams, right? This lady, her name Vivian Spurlin, man. Damn, I miss her. Like, I can actually say it. I want y'all to see my eyes on that. The reason I put my thing there, because sometimes like that shit be touching, man. Like, for what I went through, and especially where I'm at now, man. Look at me now. I'm so resilient. Where, like I've been through something. Like, I really been through something. And I really want y'all to know, man. This pain that I give y'all, like, it ain't to get ratings and streams. It's really to tell y'all, like, this for mothers, this for fathers, this for stepdad, this for stepmom, this for grandma, this for aunts, this for sisters, this for brothers. Raising kids, whether it's yours or nobody's, come on now, whether it's adoption, whether it's somebody else's kids, like, man, you should never neglect a kid, because that's why some people turn out to be murderers and all that. Like, if you really watch that Dahmer movie, it was because of parents. Look at what's upbringing. Like, you fuck kids up when you make them feel like they not wanted. So, like, I took it out in the system, me personally, where I was like, man, fuck this shit. Then I ended up just keep being in the system, prison. Like, I wasn't never proud of my numbers, but shit, like, I felt like, man, if my mama don't love me, my daddy don't love me, the streets love me, but it really ain't no love in the street. If y'all really look at this, like, and I remember Styles P, shout out to Styles P, man, because he said the most realest shit, and I was a young nigga hearing this. He said, the game don't change, only the players, and the pain don't change, only the prayers. Like, man, that shit stuck with me for the rest of my life, because I really understood, like, when you in these streets, right, and I want y'all to know this shit, you chasing something that ain't there. Don't get me wrong, the money good, but it's what you do with it. Like, don't get trapped into that trap. That's why it's called the trap, man. Don't get me wrong, you can run up some shit in the streets, but it's what you do with that shit. I ain't sitting here trying to be all God and like, hey, don't what you do not. Like, listen, man, you gonna do what the fuck you want to. I ain't sitting here trying to break nothing down. I ain't trying to be your daddy. I ain't trying to be your mama. Man, I want to be your ear. I want to be your voice. I want to be your eyes. I want to be your tongue. I want to be every part of. Just if you fuck with me, like, cause, like neglecting a bad motherfucker. Y'all gotta really love these kids. I think that's why I love my kids so much, to the point where, like, I'll never do them how I got did. Like, and I ain't, like I said, I ain't mad at my mama. We talk every day. I write my mama, text my mama, call my mama, FaceTime every day. Like, I love her, but it translated because I ended up meeting a good woman where, like, shit really changed. Like, damn, like, man, I had a woman that really taught me how to love. Like, man, y'all don't understand that, right? When you neglected all your years and then you just go years and years, like, every woman you with, right, they tell you they love you, but they show you they hate you. Like, y'all know what I mean out there, man. They go for women and men. They just, I'm not biased. I'm talking for both genders, even the transgenders. Like, we go through this form, especially, like, there's people out there that's lost because of their parents. Like, I just encourage parents, like, man, don't give up, man. Like, and I know addiction hard. I know this shit hard. I know life hard. Ain't nothing easy about living, man. But you know what's so easy, though, and I promise this is what I learned about life. The easiest thing in life is thinking. Like, for real. Because that's something you gotta do before you do, if you really look at it. Before you raise your hand, you think about it. Before you go to sleep, you think about it. You dream, you like, so that's the easiest thing. That's I mean, if you don't agree, write it down in the comments. Don't forget to write down in the comments, tell me where y'all from. Feedback. Like, I really want feedback on this, because there's people out there that's really been neglected, man. Imagine that kid that grew up that nobody loved him, nobody showed him love, and when he did find love, it was from people that didn't love him. Like, Like, that's my story. Like, you know what I mean? I thought the streets loved me. I thought, come on, man, giving a nigga drugs when he first come on, that's not love. A nigga tell you, I remember I was locked up, niggas, I love you, bro. When I come on, I feel like you gonna give me 9 ounces of crack cocaine or 9 ounces of soft, right? Bitch, give me the money. Wholesale. I don't even want what I make. Give me what you were selling for. But man, this shit be touching me because like I just felt scrappy so bad because I saw so much shit in them foster homes where like I saw, like, I don't be want to speak on it, but I saw a rape where like this one I knew, like this when they labeled me what they labeled me. Like I saw something that I wasn't supposed to see. And I acted on it as a kid because it was somebody that I loved. Where, like, I took an iron, turned, like, it was premeditated. I ain't gonna lie, I could tell y'all my thought process right now, like, it was just premeditated. Like, I thought about it. Because I was tired of that shit. Like, man, I was tired of getting abused. Like, this when I think I took the stand. This when I thought I took the stand for my life. Where, man, I burnt a hole in this man's chest. Damn near, man, for touching that person. Like, because that's wrong. Like, that was wrong, man. Like, but that day, like, I remember, like, they put me on meds. I remember I was taking real medicine where it took my creativity away from me for years. Like, years, man. It got to the point where, like, I was a straight A student always, but it was times where, like, I had to take that medicine. That's what they told me. Like, man, like, that shit used to have me. First, I'm an energetic, like, right now, this me, like, I ain't never no down person. Anybody that know me know, like, dude always smiling. But, like, for some reason, like, after I take this shit, like, I don't know if it was Ritalin back then, it was one of them, man, but, man, it used to have me like this, like, it's to the point I ain't smile. Like, this is what I go to say, not to get into that. Like I said, I ain't trying to sit here and touch people's lives. I want to touch your ears, and I want you to feel me when I say this. Like, as parents, I'm a parent. If you're a parent, you know what I'm saying. Don't neglect your kids, please. Like, don't take their creativity from them, for real. Because just because our lives didn't turn out to be what they were supposed to be, some of us, like, don't punish our kids. A lot of people punish their kids for that shit, and I think that's what Scrappy was basically trying to get out with his feelings. Like he felt like he was punished. Like, I ain't, man, it took me a long time to learn how to treat a woman, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I was one of those street dogs where I was a street dog. When I say that, like, I made hella money. I don't mind breaking bread. Like, we was doing all that, but it was like, man, when it came time to talk to a woman, I felt like, bitch, that's your name. Like, man, that shit, no, that's wrong. But it was the way I grew up. Like, you know what I mean? My mama sold drugs too. I know that for a fact. Like, you know what I mean? It was times me and her, like, I remember when she first came out. This before, like, we was cool, but like, me and my mama, man, we got money together before, man. Like, so like, it's a different bond, but it was a wrong bond, but it was a different bond, which got us to where we are now. Like, bro love his mama. I know bro love his mama. I love the fuck out of my mama. Like, I got a newborn daughter. She's 6 months now. Her name Shot. That's my baby. She a daughter. Where when I had her, like, I'll never neglect my kids. I got 2 strong boys, man. I'll never neglect. I love, like me, I'm one of those men, I love a responsibility. I love paying bills. Like, that shit make me go hard. Like, I ain't one of those niggas that, man, I'm trying to pay all the bills, man, and we gonna build. Like, but, like, I got a daughter where she changed my life, man. I really look at her so different, where this my, man, like, I want y'all to see my affection in my eyes. Like, man, this my baby, man. Today she said Dada for the first time, right? When I heard that, right, I remember I was asleep. I remember she rolled over. She looked me dead in my eyes. This was just this morning, y'all. Like, she was like, Dad. Like, man, I jumped up, right? A tear almost hit my eye. I'm like, what you just say, man? She just kept saying, Dad. Go to say, like, I know I'll never, like, man, I'll never leave her. Like, never. Man, I'll kill the ground if she fall on that motherfucker too hard. For real. I ain't playing, like, and I mean that, like, this go to say, like, and my respect for women, like, damn, like, I regret, and I don't live with regrets, though. I ain't gonna even say I regret. I'm glad that I learned from that shit, where now that I'm older, where I could be more of a better man. Like, that's why I'm saying me personally, because, like, that shit touching, man, when you grow up without both parents. Like, even when you go through life, because you go through life without them. You learn how to really cope with life without them. You know how deep that is, man, to go through life where your accomplishments cannot be really, like, celebrated with your biological mother or father because they chose a path that was way deeper than what, you know what I mean? Some shit that go in the veins, stay in the veins, man. Like, your veins is controlled by your heart. Like, you know what I mean? It's blood. So, like, I understand this shit, but I just want y'all to know, like, personally, like, please, man, don't neglect these kids, man. These kids ain't asked to be here. You niggas out here, like, y'all out here not taking risk. Man, stop being deadbeats, man. Raise these heartbeats, man. I feel like you can fuck a woman, have sex, whatever y'all call it, gutting and whatever. Y'all get pregnant, man, raise these, and you chicks stop being deviant, man. Like, it ain't just life worth living, and like you niggas is deadbeats. You can't regret the baby, man. Bad luck always come from not taking care of kids. Y'all know that? What? Man, I love kids genuinely, man. Like, and to before I go, I just want y'all to know, like, I just agree with Scrappy. Where it's like, me and my mama had that conversation, like, imagine one-on-one, not the internet seeing it. Like, that shit deep, man. Very first time I had my mama, and she said that I cried. I told you, cause she chose drugs over love, man. But she said it, like, man, that addiction was so strong. I could have sold y'all. You know how deep that is, man. She said I could have sold y'all. Man, that's deep. Man, I want y'all to know, man, like, yeah, from my heart to y'all, man, it's the Me Personally podcast. Don't forget to hit the button, hit that bell, comment. You wanna know, like, there ain't no bullshit involved with me, man. I'm a personal nigga, but I had to speak on that subject, man. I had to speak on that because that was something me personally, and I really came here just to do that. Like, I want y'all to know, subscribe to my channel, and we gonna keep popping. And I love y'all, man. I want y'all to know, man, it's a genuine love, man. It's me. It's from me to you, personally. But if I said something wrong, don't take none of this shit personally. It's just me personally. Until next time, I'm signing out.
Listen to this though.
They say,
What they say?
hey, in order for you to see the light, you gotta see the shine. And you can't look up at the clock when you doing time. And when you in these streets, you gotta use your brain and mind.
On point.
Just cause you my bitch, that don't make you mine.
Silly.
All flavors, all different kinds. Been around real niggas, all different kinds. Upstate on racks, doing different times. Different mind state, we got different grinds.
We do.
I put my heart on this.
Street nigga.
Yeah, I put my soul on this.
Real nigga.
Hey,
Genuine nigga.
got it out the
Authentic
bowl
nigga.
on this. Had the rock and roll.